What's up, everyone? Welcome back! Alright. That was pretty interesting. Alright, so yeah, in case you guys haven't noticed, I am back for the very first time ever playing LEGO Racers 2. So I'm excited to try this game out for the first time. I do, however, have one piece of bad news. So I was actually planning on playing another game before this, a racing game that I have played before called Saturday Night Speedway on the PlayStation 2. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, and this doesn't really make sense, because the disc itself for that particular game is actually in really good condition. It has like literally no scratches. But for some reason, my PlayStation 2 is just not able to read that particular disc. Again, I have no idea why, because it's in like perfect condition. And then there's this game, which honestly, this disc is not in great condition. This one that I'm playing right now, LEGO Racers 2. I looked at the back of the disc. The back of this disc is all scratched to hell. And it seems to be working perfectly fine so far. So, I have no idea why Saturday Night Speedway isn't working, but it looks like, unfortunately, for this year's race day, technically speaking, I will not be able to go through technically every single racing game that I own, because for some reason Saturday Night Speedway just isn't working. I tried, like, wiping off the back of the disc. There was, like, nothing on it. It looked fucking pristine. So I don't know why it just isn't working, which, again, doesn't make any sense, and quite frankly is honestly pissing me off a bit, but yeah, unfortunately, just is what it is, so I apologize for anyone out there who was looking forward to seeing some Saturday Night Speedway content. I don't know why it's not working. It should be working perfectly fine. Again, the disc is in, like, very good condition, so I don't know why it just, like, isn't working, which, again, is pretty fucking stupid, but, it's what it is, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't fucking know. So, again, technically speaking, I unfortunately will not be able to do every single racing game that I own this year. But I am planning on changing up the format for future years anyway. So, it is going to be different in the future anyway. In the future for this particular event, race day, I'm going to be, not going through every single racing game that I own, because this year I've already spent a lot of time putting this together for you guys, and I'm only maybe half of the way done with all my racing games, if that. Probably not even, to be honest. I'm not even halfway done with all my racing games. I'm probably close. I'm maybe 3/8 of the way there. At this point, I would say, maybe. I feel like probably once I'm done with the PlayStation 2 games, I'll be about half of the way done with all my racing games, maybe. Or maybe after the Wii games, I should say, maybe. Somewhere in between there. But, yeah, probably actually after the PlayStation 2 games, I'll be maybe halfway done. So, it takes too much time. So, like I kind of said, when I first started this adventure of mine, future race day events will not be like this one where I, play through every single racing game that I own. Instead, I'll just show off a few brand new racing games, and then that will be how that works in the future. But I, wanted to have one last bang here and go through every single racing game that I own. But unfortunately, that I cannot do because of Saturday Night Speedway just not working for, again, some fucking reason. I don't know why. Again, the disc is in very good condition, so I don't know why that game is not, loading properly. So I apologize for anyone looking forward to that content, but it just isn't working, so there's nothing I can do about that. So I apologize, but it is what it is. Either way, what they say in life, sometimes you just gotta, keep moving forward. And we're here to play racing games, so that phrase works particularly well, I'd like to think. Anyway. Let's get rocking and rolling. Definitely excited to try out this game for the first time. Seems like it's going to be a fun one. And I don't know, you guys always seem to like these kind of Lego games that I do on my channel. They usually get pretty decent amounts of views. So, yeah, you guys always seem to enjoy these, so I think it'll be fun. Let's go with 3 laps. Enter my name. Go with my normal nickname. This is also the name of my channel mascot as well. The picture of the me that you guys see, that's a picture of the me named Azoff, which is usually the nickname that I go with. Yeah, why not? Are you happy with your choices? I mean, honestly, if I had to answer that question honestly, my overall choices in life, I would say no. Although, actually, I don't know. I would say yes. Probably. On second thought. Yeah, actually, I am pretty happy with all my life choices. Because you know what? All my life choices have led me to this moment where I own 9 video game systems. Probably 600 games at this point. I got a roof over my head, food in the fridge, access to water. So, I mean, I can't really bitch about too much. So, I'd say actually I am overall happy with my choices. I probably could have done more with my life. I probably could have, done better in college and had maybe even a bachelor's degree by now instead of not even having an associate's degree and still living at home with my dad. And I'm in my mid-20s. But all that aside, I mean, I could still be doing a hell of a lot worse for myself at this point in my life. So I could be doing a hell of a lot better for myself at this point in my life, and I could be doing a hell of a lot worse for myself at this point in my life. So, you got to look at both the positives and the negatives of any given situation. But I'd say overall, I'm still pretty happy with the choices I've made in my life so far, so I'm going to say yes. Even though that has nothing to do with what the question was actually asking. But whatever. We like to have fun here. That's what we do. Sometimes I like to have a little too much fun. But yeah, this is one that I was definitely really excited to play for you guys for the first time. Lego Racers 2 sounded like it'd be a really fun one. So hopefully it is. Hopefully I don't totally suck at it. First things first, I gotta figure out what the buttons do. Good news, guys, I found the gas button pretty quickly. So that's good. I like that there's little arrows kind of telling you where to go. It's kind of nice. The hell's this? Okay, interesting. I think I figured out the power-up button, though, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, it seems kind of interesting. Okay, so the missiles don't lock onto people. Interesting. Whoa! Shit! I think I died. So the tracks do change on you from lap to lap. That is interesting. Unless that was just lap 1. Which it does not appear to have been, so maybe the tracks do change on you a little bit from lap to lap. That is good to know. I appear to be sucking, though. I'm taking I'm not very good at this game. I'm not doing super great. But I like what I'm seeing out of this game so far. Seems like a pretty basic, fun little racing game. And, you know, for a game that I paid, like, probably $2 for, you know, you can't really complain about it too much. But, yeah, it seems like a fun, decent little racing game. What action replay? The fuck? Oh, you can watch a replay of the race. That's cool. Yeah, I always love watching replays of the races that I do. It's one of the most fun parts, in my opinion. But yeah, I enjoyed that first race. So it seems like basically a kart racing game, but like with, you know, Lego characters and shit. So pretty much, honestly, what I expected. I wasn't expecting, you know, too much out of this game, but at the same time, it seems decent. Decent enough, anyway, I should say. Especially for a game, again, that I paid like $2 for. You know, I can't really complain too much about that. But yeah, it seems like a fun little racing game. Again, I'm one of those people, whenever I like review a game or something or give my overall thoughts about it, or even just like when I watch anime or TV shows, I always try to look for something to like about things rather than something not to like about things. That's how I've always been. That's why I'm not a very like critical reviewer, you know. That's just how I am like in general as a person. I always try to look for reasons to like something or someone rather than reasons not to like them. That's just how I try to do things. And I don't always succeed, you know. I don't always succeed in that regard. I'm not perfect, but that's what I always try to do, is I always try to look for reasons to like something rather than reasons not to like something. That's just kind of, like, to give you guys an idea, that's just kind of the person that I am. Which is why I can play, like, certain games that people consider to be bad, but I still enjoy them. Because I'm able to see, you know, find things that are great about those games that other people sometimes overlook. Or sometimes people just fail to see what's great about a game. Whereas I always try to look for you know, what do I like about this particular game rather than what do I not like about this particular game. That's how I always try to do things anyway. But yeah, either way, it seems like a fun little racing game. Again, I don't think it's going to be anything spectacularly amazing, but it definitely seems like it's going to be a fun little game. Alright, so that will do it for the first race, so we'll get rocking and rolling with the next race coming up shortly, so stay tuned for that, and until then, peace out.